Hello again. Today I'm going to talk about the Garmin 3HR, and this is after 3 years of use, and it's now 2020. Now, I had this watch and I loved wearing it for the whole time that I used it until I replaced it with the Garmin 6X in 2019. Now, I'll go through a few of the good and bad points that this has had. Now, a little bit of wear on the bezel in the top and the bottom positions. This was due to mainly things like coats and shirts just rubbing gently against it over time. I think the 6X will probably do the same, but I'm not sure because it's a slightly different coating. As you can see here, the back is nice and clean still. I used the watch quite a lot, as you can see, for many different things, many different types of activities. But throughout all of that use, it didn't have any things like corrosion on the pins. It didn't have any problems with the other link clasps and pins. Don't forget to keep it clean. I've seen a few watch reviews where the watch looks really dirty. Make sure that you clean it. I use like a soft toothbrush with some clean water. Don't use soap because it can corrode the rubber seals that are inside the watch. But if you use a little bit of clean water on a toothbrush just to get the dirt and grime off of the watch once a month or so that it keeps it nice and clean. That will also stop things like link wear and damage to the cases. Battery life is still pretty much the same as it was when I first got the watch. Maybe 1 or 2 days lost, but nothing major. It's about 10 days since I charged it and it's still got 41% left on the battery. So for me that's a big win. The difference between the batteries between the 6X and the 3HR is not much difference, only about 3 or 4 days. Now the screen size, as you can see, there is a big difference there. So if you're getting older or you need to wear glasses, then the 6X is definitely a better watch because you can see it much more clearly, especially when you're doing things like walking or running. But the 3HR, if you have no problems with your eyesight, then it's a perfectly good watch, even 3 years after release date. As you can see here, it's a little bit thicker than the 6X, but otherwise the general layout is pretty much the same, and you can use the quick release straps as you can on the 6X as well. Now, what else can I show you? Right, I think that's pretty much it. If any of you are thinking about getting a Garmin watch, maybe as a first watch, instead of splashing out a lot of money, you could buy one of these. They do these refurbished on Amazon, or you can get them from Garmin refurbished as well. And so it's a good choice. Instead of buying one of the cheaper Garmin watches, you could get this one as an alternative to buying the cheap one. Now I'll just show you the screen. As you can see, it's got a sapphire crystal on here, and there are absolutely no scratches, no marks, even though I've hit the watch against things like walls a few times and door frames. But there are absolutely no marks, no scratches at all. And so definitely if you buy a Garmin watch, it is better to get the sapphire crystal screen. Anyway, I hope this helped you out in some way. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.